Yo, 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 it's Mario Mark Stero. hmm Hey, Sandra, I'm doing good, sweetheart. How are you? I had a good day today. It's a good day. Got a lot done. Worked all day, so it's good. It's a good day. That's good. I'm glad you're doing good. I just think it's the energy is always shifting every day. Different people got different things going on. It's always some crazy things. Hey, Barb, how are you, sweetheart? How you been? People's energy is lately is just like I look at them and I'm like, okay, you sure you want me to test your temperature? I don't know what's wrong with these people these days. Just getting old and sassy. Yeah, I'm getting older and frustrated with people. Just frustrated with people in general on how they have no common sense, no brains, no desire, no self confidence, no self reliance, and they just have like I don't know, no brains. I don't get it. I mean, I'm not expecting everybody to be smart and do the right things or do things that I do or do things that I think they should do. but at least be reasonable and at least like do the right things so it benefits you. I don't know. I guess some people are just still lost in the matrix, I guess. Hey, Leslie, how you doing? Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. Your last break of the day. Yeah, I actually took a few breaks today. I needed it. Like I had to. Sometimes I don't take a break, and then and sometimes like I just keep going, 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 and some days I take a break. And today I took a few breaks. I was like, you know what? I need to relax. I need to take it easy. Hey, Ali. Hey, Ninja. How you guys doing? I know, Barb. It's sad. I tried to lead them to the water, but they don't want to drink. I don't understand. I don't know. I don't know. It's like it's not even like it's not like I care about what people do with their lives. You know, I have my own life to worry about. You know, but I just think people are just crazy, absolutely crazy. But yeah, it's just something that we have to live with. People's decisions, people's ways, people's life. I don't know. I just wish that things would be a lot different, and people would just actually acknowledge the fact that you know do the right thing, take care of yourself first of all, stop worrying about everything and everyone, because that ain't gonna help nothing. No, nothing's got me down. I'm fine. It's just I just get kind of like baffled on how why people do certain things. You know, why people are just crazy. I don't know. Maybe it's not for me to know. What's up, David? How you doing, bro? I'm just wondering why people are the way they are, and they just don't like better themselves, and they sit there and complain. I'm fine, like I'm good. It's just I think that people need to. I think people need to figure out what they really want instead of like complaining or dwelling on things that they know that's not gonna happen. That's what my whole thing is. And I feel like the energy lately is like people wanting to do things but they don't do it and then they expect like everything to just go their way. Like something like God owes them. I think people honestly think that God's sitting here wanting to owe you something or give you something for like nothing without you doing shit. And another thing I don't like is how people think that, you know, oh, my time's coming, I'm gonna change, and they never change. Then you don't change, you don't get results, then you go back into your little, you know, modes where the world has to owe you something. I don't know, people are just annoying. But on a positive note, I'm okay. Yeah, people honestly think that. And they don't even pray and they expect to get things. But yeah, I went to pick up my nephews from school today because my sister had a job interview. So I went to go get my nephews from school. Then we went shopping. I ended up spending money on a new shirt and then getting them some shirts and clothes. Just giving them a treat, you know. Then we went to go get ice cream. So it was pretty cool. I had a nice. My nephews make my day. They're always you know, having fun, talking smack. Then I just got out of the pool like about an hour ago. I turned the heater on because it was kind of chilly. So I turned the heater on in the pool in the morning. So I went in there for about an hour and a bit. So it was nice. I try to enjoy life as much as I can. It's not about working and, work. It's having fun too. I think everybody has coupons from God, you know? They honestly think because they prayed for a week that God owes them something. Otherwise, that I'm very busy, doing a lot of work here and there. I'm doing a lot of painting right now. So, doing some light work, nothing serious. But I'm enjoying it. All right. What was I going to do? I was going to give you guys some messages. All right. I have here the Spirit Animal Oracle. If anybody wants a message, just let me know. I'll give you one. Okay. Hey, Virgo, how you doing, sweetie? All right. And Barb, you want one too, right? Okay, Barb. Shit. Okay. All right. Those cards are all over the place. Okay. All right, Allie. Let me see what you got here. All right. You got Leave It to Beaver. Allie, you got the Beaver Spirit. Lay a solid foundation. And this card says, this has come to warn you to check for rotten wood in the foundation of your dreams. Perhaps you built your hopes on faulty promises or wishful thinking that sometimes would work out of just because you just wanted it to. Maybe you made choices from a place of unworthiness, hoping that once you got where you desired to be, it would somehow change and make you everything better. And you had to face the truth that it didn't. This is telling you that it's time to accept things the way they are and perhaps consider abandoning a project, relationship, or situation you can make room for something else better. Perhaps you need to go back and rebuild a solid foundation because you may desire to not be aligned with your soul's intents. You can always get busy and build something fresh and new that you desire. It's true. Get busy now, for this is time to not procrastinate and time to start building again, always mindful of the foundation you are laying, trusting the Spirit will co-create with you. So there you go, Ali. That is your card. That's saying if something isn't working, stop doing it and start something new. All right, Ninja. Let me see, you got number 47. All right. Okay, Ninja, you got the pig spirit. And this says, use your mind wisely. And this says, turning your thoughts around and around in your head by not getting nearer to a decision or solution. This pig spirit card is here to protect you from the analysis paralysis. Let your mind rest now and allow your intelligence to mingle with the mysteries of the intuitive guidance, releasing your tight hold on facts and unsolved puzzles, whether it be a relationship or an aspect of your life. In fact, now might be a good time to think about something else other than to release your grip on needing to know. Soon, the smart choice will become clear to you. More facts may be needed, more digging for information, for more questioning. When seeking to learn more, enjoy the process of using your thinking powers and the elements of your intelligence and reliably guiding you to now once you're giving to your mind a rest. So there you go, Ninja. Yes, Ali's mom is Ninja. All right. I thought I read that right. I was looking at it like, what the heck? Okay. Barb, you are next. And I got number 20, which is the dolphin spirit. Hey kids, how you doing, sweetie? Miss you too. How you doing? Hope you're doing good. Okay, Barb. Your card is Dolphin Spirit. And this says, this and that are true. You're good so far. That's good to hear. All right, it says, focus on the positive, for light exists alongside the darkness. This calls you to come up from below and enjoy a weightless moment in the sun as you dive in and out of this and that, accepting and even enjoying the duality of life. Why not join this dolphin spirit in acknowledging and affirming that the blessings present in the moment? In all areas of your life, there are aspects of both this and that. Today, you can celebrate this fact and recognize the complexity and the beauty of the fabric of the universe. You are at a place right now where your past self is still present, and move towards your new self and becoming. New self you are becoming. Aspects of both selves are present, and even if you want to say goodbye to what you were required to find in this time, between time, today is not the day to choose one over the other either. Your next action will be obvious when you drop your bias and set things as a whole. When you want to be acknowledged as right and set the other ways as wrong. It appears to remind you of a story that you were suffering in righteousness and a little more complicated than you are admitting right now. Do you want to see things in black and white and be rigid in your ideas of what's correct or what is not? So the best decision at this time is playing with the possibilities that present themselves. So there you go, Barb. A little bit of this and a little bit of that. This and that. Okay, Kits, I see you sent a donation. So you can ask your question. You're welcome, Barb. Trying to think of that song. You can do with this, and you can do with that, and you can do with this. Good to see where it's at. Can't remember who sings that damn song. Yeah, I got the snoring Sleeping Beauty in the background. She's snoring like crazy. I can hear her. Look, she's making all these noises. Hear? You would think she has the hardest life in the world. She's been kind of under the weather for the past week and a half. She's all right now. I've been giving her medicine. The vet came to see her. Yeah, she's going for her manicure and pedicure and bath and treatment next Tuesday. We booked her in for her every 3 months. We get her some treatment. Her spa day. All right. So he said, Martha Lemon finally told me the truth about his feelings. He isn't catching feelings for me. What is next for me in love? All right, let's check, kids. All right. Well, in the next 30 days, kids, I feel like you'll be happy, like just being single and thinking about getting into a relationship. I feel like you'll socialize with someone, and you'll socialize with people, and you'll be sociable, and you'll be talking back and forth with people. But as far as like any type of like relationship developing or starting in the next 30 days or so, or next month, between now and next month, it's not very likely that it'll happen, because when somebody comes into your life, you with the if there's somebody that you're talking to that you're being sociable with, you're going to like find out if this person's balanced, if they're good enough for you. I feel like you'll be happy talking to people, but as far as your next thing in love, um, the person, doesn't seem to be appearing anytime soon, because you'll see how this person or the next person approaches you. You'll be like, well, I need to figure them out, or I need to see if they're, worthy of me, if they're lying, if they're telling the truth, things like that. I also feel like the person that's coming towards you is going through like a divorce, or they've been through a divorce, or they've been through some bad relationships, and they're going to be talking to you about that and trying to balance themselves and maintain peace within the conversation. But I feel like you're going to be happy talking to someone in the next 30 days, but I don't think it's going to develop into a relationship right away. But I just feel like you guys might be talking to each other about, past things and stuff like that. But as you talk to this person, you're going to be very cautious and not say too much and not do too much, because you might catch them in a little lie, or you might see, like, you might feel like they're lying to you, or you might feel like they're not telling you the whole story. So be aware of that. And the person might be a Pisces, doesn't have to be, but they might be. They might be a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. But I got Pisces energy here at the end. So now, from now until next month, you can meet a couple people, or you can meet someone, and you'll talk and you'll feel happy talking to the person. But as time goes on, just like understand that this person isn't really looking for like a solid relationship, because they're going through, a breakup or healing or something like that. So this is like a person that's going to be in your energy in the next 30 days. All right. So it looks like you'll be happy talking to them, and you might start to talk to them after a few times and realize that the person's not really saying what they really want you to say. Yeah. I think that there's like, I just think there's like just conversations that you're going to be talking to, and just like thinking about things and stuff like that. It's just like, I don't see nobody here that is going to come into your life and be with you like in a relationship, like vibe type of stuff. I just feel like it's somebody who is interested, but overcoming bad situations, or they don't really want to get into like a love relationship because they know the consequences of getting into one. So that I also feel like this person just this is gonna talk to you because they like to talk to you to escape their own mentality, or to escape, like what they go through day to day. Well, if you want companionship and sociable relationships, I see that happening. Like, that's like, what you'll have. You'll have, someone to talk to, whether it's him or somebody else. You always have, like the cards are saying, you got people around you that you can be sociable with and talk to, but no concrete relationship. Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's a lot of people. I have a lot of people who say the same thing. I'm in the same boat too. I like to be sociable and talk to people, but in order for me to be in a relationship, it has to be like really honest person and a person who is not gonna like string me along to believe shit that ain't gonna happen. So I ain't got no time for no games, and I ain't got no time for no little girls or women who act like children. So yeah. Well, you know, some people just don't have feelings. They just want to talk and they just want a companion too. I just think that I think we expect too much of people. And, it's normal for us to expect that. But I think a lot of us expect too much. Even me, sometimes I talk to somebody and I expect things to go, smoothly, or if I'm putting in the work, I should get something back. Yeah, I think you are. And I think a lot of people do, you know. I think that everybody's expecting things to be the right way and to go their way, but sometimes it's not that easy. Unfortunately, you know, a lot of people are gonna go through like heartache and they take it out, they take it out on you and stuff, and then they just feel like you're not right for them and things like that. Yeah, I agree, Barb. At least he told you the truth, if that is the truth. Yeah. Well, I always say this, if somebody is telling you something, then run with it. You know, just take it what they say and that's it. Because if they really like you, they're gonna tell you. If they don't like you, then they're gonna tell you too, or you just ask and see what they say. It might not be the answer we always want. If we assume, then we're never gonna know. That's why I don't assume anymore. I straight up ask. I whoever I'm like checking out or whoever I'm talking to, I'm like, yeah, what is your goal? What are you seeking in a man? You want a relationship? Do you want to get married? Do you want to have kids? Like, what do you want? Because I need to know now. I need to know right now what you want. Because if you don't want none of the above, then I don't want you. That's how I am. That's why I don't really play around. I don't do no dumb shit. I'm pretty much gonna tell you, look, this is what I'm looking for. So if you're not looking for that, we can just be friends or whatever. But don't expect me to And by the way, I don't get on my knees and give a ring to a person that I just met 6 months ago. So remember that. You're gonna have to wait. Well, sometimes the years that we spend on somebody is a lesson. Yes, it is sometimes considered wasted, but I feel like it's also a lesson that we have to learn. Like that person was somebody that you like, somebody that you want. So you hang on to the expectation of maybe this is going to work this time. Maybe I'm going to finally get my answer, or maybe this person's finally ready. Or I tell people sometimes, I'm ready, you're not, or you're ready and I'm not. So it's a pain in the ass. You get to a point where you're like, you get frustrated and you're like, you know what, fuck this, I'll just stay single because I ain't got no time to deal with this bullshit. Yeah, Virgo, I'm confused as well every day on how, and you know what? There's a lot of relationships that last a year, 2 years, 20 years, 30 years, 30 minutes. I've watched my brother get a divorce in 17 years, and I watched my sister getting a divorce now since 24 years. Just like that. Love is easy to find, hard to find, and easy to let go and hard to let go. So it's whatever you want is going to happen. But sometimes we can't accept it, that person, how did this person not love me? Or how can I get someone to love me? How can I get, does this person love me? Do I love them? What the fuck is love anyway? See, people are always confused on, what is really, what did this person love me? Does this person love me? Or did they ever love me? You know what I say? You can't miss nothing you never had. That's my saying. You can't miss nothing you never had. So if you never had love, then you can't miss it. If you never had a marriage, then you can't miss it. If you never had a child, you can't miss it. If you never had real love, then you can't miss it. But you can get over it. I'll never forget. I told one of my ex-girlfriends, I said, look, I didn't really love you that much anyway because you were a fucking pain in my ass. I tried. But you know what? I can't miss nothing I had never had. And I never had real love for you. You never really showed me no love either. So fuck you. I can't miss you. Fuck you talking about am I missing you? I can't miss you, sweetheart. Ain't nothing to miss. Fuck you talking about, woman? Yeah, good. I say it as many times as I can to remind myself that it's not always, good things. All right, kids, I'll give you a card. All right, kids. Hey, Becca, what's up, sweetie? Exactly. Me, I'm that type of guy. I don't really care. It is what it is, and it is what it's gonna be. Let me tell you something. I say it all the time. I would love to be in a serious, committed relationship, and I would love to have a family. I would love to like build a home with someone and be really happy. But the more I try, the less I get. The less I get, then that leaves that other person to try. And I'm at the point in my life where, I'm at the age where, well, it comes, it don't, I'm not gonna go looking for it no more. I feel like the more I try, the worse it gets. So that's telling me leave it alone. And just let it come to you. Sometimes you gotta let love find you, even though it's hard. But even if it isn't, I really don't. As long as I have God's love and everybody in here is love and my family's love, I'm fine. I'm good. I think relationships are very overrated these days. Yeah, I live on an island with limited people, so that means I don't have that much choice. And the choice that's here is not very good. Unless somebody's willing to come here and live here, then you'll be all right. Okay, kids, I got the pig spirit. Use your mind wisely. This card already came out today. You got it as well. It says, okay, you are turning thoughts around and around in your head, but not getting near to a decision or solution. The pig spirit is here to protect you from analysis paralysis. Let your mind rest now and allow your intelligence to mingle with the mysteries of the intuitive guidance, and releasing your tight hold on facts and unsolved puzzles, whether it be a relationship or any aspect of your life. Yes, Barb, I can handle it. You know me. In fact, now might be a good time to think about something else altogether and release your grip on needing to know. Sure, Becca. When your thought processes are muddied by fear and anxiety, allow your pig spirit to lead you back to the right use of your natural intelligence. Take a break, relax, and release the bowl of worry. Soon, the smart choice will become clear to you. More facts may be needed, more digging up for information, more questioning when seeking to learn more. Enjoy the process of using your thinking prowess. All the elements of your intelligence and reliable guiding are now once you give your mind a rest. So there you go, kids. Use your mind wisely. A piggy spirit. A cute little piggy. All right. Can I have a message, Marky Poo? A real juicy one. A real juicy one. You're welcome, kids. All right, back up. Let's see what we got for you. All right, back up. All right. Your first card is insomnia. So you might be thinking about the past, thinking about too much stuff that's irrelevant, or you're just overthinking and thinking about stuff that is bothering you. Could be past stuff, could be present stuff. And it looks like you're giving everyone the cold shoulder, saying, you know what, leave me alone, don't talk to me, leave me, don't touch me, don't text me, don't email me, just leave me alone. I'm giving everybody the cold shoulder. And that's it. And the reason why you're doing this is because you found your soul level, your level of soulness. You're taking your soul to the next level, clearing it, making sure it's gold like this rose, and staying on this level, knowing that you don't have to go back to dumb shit. And on the bottom, you have self-love. Hey, Cindy, how are you, sweetheart? Self-love is the best love. Ain't nobody gonna love you more than yourself. Some people can't even do that. I know someone who don't even have self-love. They just love things. There you go, Rebecca. Hope that was juicy enough for you. I can add a little sugar. You doing okay? Good to hear. Real juicy. Yes. I love these cards. They're cool. I like them. I like them. Sure, Virgo, what would you like? I have these are called the Pining Rose Love Oracle. And these cards were given to me by my late friend, Sue. God bless her. They're like love messages. Like, kind of, sort of. This is like Bacca's favorite deck. Yes, rest her sweet soul. Yes, she definitely did. She definitely does. Hey, Steven, how you doing? Okay, sure, no problem. Virgo, just let me know what type of message you want. You want a love message or a regular oracle message? She actually gave me these two pendulums as a gift one time because I used to talk shit about pendulums all the time and how kind of useless they are. Psychic friend of mine was using a pendulum and I was teasing her. And I said, "Look, I got a pendulum. I actually got it right here. I'll show you guys." This is the pendulum that Sue gave me. See how pretty it is? This is a rose quartz one, and I also have an amethyst one too. And it actually like unclips like right here. And you can unclip it and just use it by itself. And at the end of it, it's got like the little piece here, so you can use it. Yeah, it's a really nice pendulum. She gave me two of these. I was showing my friend the amethyst one. Yeah, she always gave me good gifts and good things. You want a love message? All right, I'll give you some of these cards. Yes, it's parody. All right, Virgo. Okay. All right. Your first card is forgiven. Somebody wants to be forgiven by you. Your next card is separation. So you might be separated from somebody right now. And this person also wants you to know that I'm lost without you. Oh God, Virgo. What you do? This person wants to be forgiven. They're lost without you. And the separation is not good for them. And on the bottom, this could be your twin flame. Oh, damn, twin flames. Twin blame, more like it. Thank God nobody's ever said that to me. I swear I'd go crazy if some woman told me, "Mark, you're my twin flame." I'd be like, "Woman, you're my twin blame. You blame me for everything. I'm talking about you're my twin flame. More like a twin blame. Always blaming me for everything. Always my fault." All right, Steven, you can go ahead and ask your question. Your questions. Yeah, I mean, I can tell you it is, yeah. If you want me to. I was listening to this astrology video today by this person, this woman. I can't remember her name. I'm subscribed to her with some lady, and she was saying how Aquarius is gonna have Aquarius singles. Aquarius single people are going to have like, you know, a favorable time in the planets where they can meet somebody and blah blah blah, and things can get really, develop into relationships and stuff like that. So I wanted to write in their comments, if this comes true, I'll come back and tell you, sweetheart. Yeah, Stephen, I'm just waiting for you to go ahead and ask your question. So I was like, well, Aquarius has got a lot of good things coming up. I know that in the planetary section, but hey, you never know. So I was like, I'll entertain it, see if it happens. All right, Virgo, let me check. Virgo, I would say it's the second person, Devin, that's probably thinking about you more. I don't think Sam is like, really. I think Sam is suspicious about what you're doing. And I think that Devin is the one who is like more aware or more want or probably thinking about you. All right, Steven, you said, how does David feel about me now? I've been nicer and not hiding out as much. All right, let's check. All right, Steven, I would say David is still like hesitant and he still thinks that something's going on. Why you're not going out? He's wondering if you're like what type of friends you were dealing with, or he's like maybe thinking that you're staying home and healing and just feeling and compromising and feeling fulfilled at home. He still feels like there's a broken sequence between the both of you, and he still feels like people on the outside looking in are contemplating his decisions, and it's making him wait and then try again and at a different time to see how things go. But he's diligently like failing to proceed to think the best of the situation. He's still like suspicious or still like, you know, contemplating his decisions or his thoughts. Okay, Ninja, good night. Take care. You're welcome. Thank you too. So he doesn't want to make any bad decisions, or he's very hesitant on making any choices or feeling any type of way. He's gonna ignore the opportunity to be like nice back and like, putting too much thought into what you're doing, and just like, keep your friendship okay, and just like kind of let it heal and see what happens. So I would say that's how he feels. That's how David feels about you. He feels a little better, but he's still like contemplating on whether or not this is like a trick from your end, or, why are you doing this? Why are you being nice? You must, things like that. But I still think that there's a deep concentration between the both of you. Well, you know me and Twin Flames, I don't really, deal with all that type of stuff. But hey, Mike, what's up, bro? How you doing? Yeah, Steven, I would say yes, and that's why like he's contemplating, what he's doing. Good night, Ali. Take care. Devin has been trying to contact me but can't get through. Yeah, I think Devin wants forgiveness, or he wants you to forgive him. So if Devin's been trying to contact, I wouldn't like look into the twin flame thing too much, but he could probably think you are, or you might think he is. But um, all right, Stephen, you said how does David feel about Leandro right now? All right. Stephen, I would say how David feels about Leandro is he still feels like Leandro is ineffective and immature and indecisive and has like he looks at him and like a person who can't control his petty emotions. And I think that David's too timid and too much into himself and tries to be too kind and compassionate and mean well and try to be his platonic friend, you know. I think that he's content with Leandro to a certain point, but also like he's just optimistic that Leandro is gonna change or he's gonna change towards him. Like there's an optimistic feeling about him changing and dealing with the past, trying to bring it into the present and see how things go. But I think he's pretty much he knows what Leandro is about and knows that Leandro is the type of person that drives him crazy or puts him in a place where he needs to question himself or question his friendship with him. But overall, I would say that he's not going to say anything to him because there's some type of idea he has or he makes him feel happy in some type of way. And like there's an on and I've always seen like an on and off energy with them where some that's that narcissistic behavior where they're probably two narcissists together where they dwell on each other's up and down past and present energies and like because a narcissistic person will disrespect you today and be cool with you tomorrow and act like yesterday didn't even happen or yesterday happened but they don't really care as long as they're benefiting off of you in some type of way. So that's what I'm getting with how David feels about Leandro. So, and I've seen that before in the cards where he's like he knows what he's about, but he doesn't care. He'll just use him to his advantage, and that's it. And that's all he really wants. He just uses them to get things or to find out things or to do things for them where they're benefiting each other with favors or whatever. Oh yeah, yeah. But he doesn't. I don't think David has the balls to tell Leandro, look, you're fucking around too much or you're doing too much dumb shit and you're getting in my way. Go to hell, leave me alone. Like he's not. I don't think David has the balls to tell Leandro that. And I think the reason why he doesn't is because he needs Leandro for some reason. Like the same reason why he doesn't completely get rid of you because he's benefiting off of you guys in some way. So that's why he don't want to get rid of none of you. You know? Yeah, he knows that Leandro is causing issues, but he's not doing anything about it. Like I don't see David completely being mad at Leandro for what he does. Like he just lets it slide and doesn't say anything. And I know a lot of people like that, and I'm not like that at all. If I see you doing dumb shit, I'm gonna call you out on it. Those days of me and a lot of people putting up with people is gone. I know a lot of people who don't put up with bullshit no more. And some people just keep dealing with bullshit because they're accustomed to it and they feel like, yeah, I can deal with it. It's okay. No as I'm benefiting from this person, then why not? Yeah, it's like it's a thing. So you know, I know people who do that every day, and some people can handle it, some people can't. Some people get mad, some people get happy. Some people just say, "Hey, look, I'm just gonna have this person in my life because I need them," and that's it. Well, exactly, 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 Barb. You're right. No problem, Steven. I would just say, stay positive and, just be, if you feel like it's okay right now, Steven, then I would say just keep doing what you're doing. You know what I mean, bro? You just got to do whatever you have to do to make yourself happy. And, if you're being nicer and not hiding and you feel like that's working, then I would say stick to that plan. That's all. And still, find a way out and find a better way for yourself. As long as you're happy, man, that's all that matters. Let me see what you sent me, Becca. I swear every time I go on Instagram, it's like some next type of crazy shit. Poor Shrek. Poor guy. I like that movie Shrek. I watched it a few times with my nephews. Shrek doesn't look that bad there. Why are you laughing at my buddy Shrek? He's all right. Yeah, I know. I see his bodysuit and his things. Poor guy. Back is always finding like these cartoon images of like people teasing the crap out of him. Oh, Cindy, I just saw what you wrote. How is your friend's wife doing? Actually, what's today? Thursday? Yeah, it was Monday. Yeah, I like to laugh at things like that. On Monday, I went to the grocery store and her sister, um, I asked her sister, how is she doing and everything. And she said, she's living, she's okay, she's getting through it. She's much better than she was. Because like I said, his daughter had a baby. So the grandchild is like bringing joy into their lives. So, there's always a thing like sometimes somebody has to die in order for someone to be born, or when somebody's born, someone dies, or someone dies and then someone's born. And in that case, when he, took his life, his grandson was born right after. So she says that, the baby's making everything smooth over, yeah. So she says that the baby is the biggest joy, because he's gone and then the baby, came right after, literally 2 days after. So I'm glad, I'm happy, she's happy. She actually posted the grandchild on her Facebook. I saw it. He's so cute. So he's a baby boy. Yeah, it is sad. I haven't heard anybody say anything about it lately. I think it's just like passed by. People always spread rumors and things like that. I don't believe none of that shit. He hasn't appeared to me in spirit either. I see one thing I always tell people a lot as well is when you have like a lot of people, if you have a big family like he did, I'll use him as an example. He had a big family. He had a lot of brothers and sisters. Okay, Virgo, no problem. He had a lot of brothers and sisters. He had a lot of aunts and uncles. He had, grandparents, things like his family was big. And he was only two. Like he was like the last two left. Him and his sister were the only ones left. Now his sister's only left now, out of his immediate family. So, and he was the youngest. And the thing is like, I'm sure he's in spirit with all those people, with his mom, his dad, his brothers, his family, his nephew that passed away before him when I was in high school. And that's another thing that I tell people about my friend Sue that I just mentioned earlier. When she got readings from me, it wasn't card readings, it was all mediumship. She knew so many people that were already passed away. You know what I'm saying? And her grandparents meant a lot to her at the time. And she's got a lot of family. And I barely see Sue because she's always with her friends and family in spirit. Every now and then she'll come to me when I'm driving my car. She'll talk shit to me, or like if I'm checking out a girl or something, she'll say something in the background because she used to always like, tease the hell out of me when it came to women and stuff like that, right? So, see, I can hear her in the background talking shit because that's what she does. We used to talk shit all the time, and I actually cried in my car like about maybe 3 weeks ago. Like I was crying from laughing, not crying from sorrow, but crying from laughing because I was checking out this girl, and then like I was like wondering if I should, like talk to her or whatever, right? 'Cause she's always staring at me. And then she was like, "No, Mark, you don't do it." And I just started bursting out laughing. So it was funny, like, but that's my like scenario, and like not scenario, but that's like my thoughts about spirit and how when you don't see him, I see you said there like, he might not want to show himself, and that's fine. Like, um, he doesn't have to, and when he's ready, I'll be ready. I'm always willing to talk to spirit and see what they're up to. But I think that a lot of people who have, a lot of people in their life who are living right now and have spirit, a spiritual army. When we go, we're gonna have a serious, party with them, and we're gonna be with them, and that's just it. I remember when he passed away, like I saw him with all his family, and they were all happy, embracing him into the spirit world. So that made me happy, and I didn't really need to see him after that. But I haven't seen him since. But sometimes people don't come to me, my own immediate family. Like I don't see my granny and grandpa and shit like that. Like my grandparents don't really come to me in spirit because they're probably with like, their brothers and sisters and their parents. Like, it's a reunion when they go into spirit. We have to understand that they've been with us in our physical presence for so long that they're going to the spirit world to visit the people that they know. So I never expect like spirit, my family and spirit to come to me and say, "Hey, Mark, how you doing? We're gonna help you out, or we're gonna like that." Doesn't work like that for me. Um, that's fine, Cindy. But my godfather and my godmother, like they're like my second parents. Like I see them all the time in spirit, and especially my godfather. You know, um, he always like praised me for talking Portuguese and for like learning things, and he was always impressed with my life and impressed with me and how I spoke and how what I said. I was like one of the few people who gave a shit about them and stuff like that. And when he passed away, he like he wanted me to have like his jewelry, his watch, and his ring and things like that. And I still wear it every now and then, just like remember him and stuff. And I see him like in mediumship. I see him every now and then. And when I get like when somebody's a medium and they say to me, "Hey, Mark, do you know this tall guy? Blah blah blah. Is he like anybody to you?" I'm like, "Yeah, that's my godfather. That's my uncle." And he's like, the reason why I'm a good uncle is because of him, because he proved to me that you don't have to have just a father. You can have an uncle as well. That can be very cool. And not too many people have cool uncles and aunts and cool parents and people that are all cool with you. Like it's not too many people have that privilege. I didn't really have too many decent uncles. My uncles were cool, but they didn't give me shit. Like didn't call me on my birthday and say, "Hey nephew, happy birthday," or do what I do for my nephews. Like I went to a clothing store today and bought like $100 each clothes for my nephews, and they asked, like, they said, "Mommy's not here, but we really need these clothes. Can you buy them for me and mommy will pay you back?" And I'm like, "Look, just get what you want." And they're like, "Really?" I'm like, "Yeah, go ahead." They don't have no father figure. Their father's a deadbeat idiot. He left. He's gone. Fuck him. He's gonna rot in hell. So like, I'm the next one up. And fortunately, people like me, I still have my dad. He came visit me today. You know, so that's why I always tell people, like, not too many people have like good family, and you should cherish that all the time. Cherish your good family, not your bad family, obviously. But always limit yourself, like always limit your who is in your life. You don't need a lot of people in your life, because the more people you have in your life, the more problems you have. Did it freak you out when all this started? Like how? Nah, not really. Like, cause you know why, Sydney? Cause I didn't believe it. It doesn't. The only thing that freaks me out is seeing symbols and signs. Still to today, like when I see things, I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, what the heck why did I see that shit? Like this year has been probably like these past 5 months have been insane with like numbers and synchronicities and animals, um, things that I've never seen in my life, like right in front of me, and like weird shit happens to me, things like that. But when I was like 20, I would say like back in 2000 was when I really had like my first real spiritual, like, encounter, I would say. Like I was about maybe, I don't know, like 22, I think I was, or 21, something like that. 20 years old. I was like for in my early 20s. And I was in Portugal visiting my family, and I was on a park bench, and this guy came up to me and started talking to me, and he's a medium. He's married to my cousin. And he was saying, "Oh, you have a gift, you got to use it." He was like trying to demand me to use my gift. And I'm like, "Look, I know I got a gift, but this is all bullshit, because like I don't believe none of this stuff, because I don't want to. Like I think that it's not right to be like, tapping into people's lives and telling people, like, doing things like that." And then about like maybe 10 years later, when I was 30, I started getting interested in like cards and things like that. And I bought my first tarot deck, which is the tarot deck that I use every day today. And I met this lady, and she's a psychic. I met her on a site one time. I got a reading from her. She was spot on. And I was like, fuck, this shit is real. You just got to find the right people. And like everything else in the world, you got to find the right people. It's like a car mechanic. If you have a specific car, if you have a Mercedes, you got to go to somebody who actually knows what they're doing or knows how to work on a Mercedes. Not everybody knows how to do that. So you have to go to the right people. So if once you find the right psychic, or you find the right medium and the right answers and the right connection, then you're good to go. So when I found this woman online, she's still my friend till today. She's been like a mentor to me, and she tells me that I'm always right about her, and I'm always accurate. And she's pretty much accurate about me too, But she always she's like humble, She doesn't really like make she's good, but she just doesn't like me. Like I don't we don't need a medal or like a certificate or like a put on a podium to say that we're good at what we do. Like we know what we're doing. It's just that doing this type of work, you shouldn't like praise yourself too much because it's not really you, it's spirit that's helping you. You're just like relating the message. So when I was 30, that's when I kind of like started to like really shuffle cards and like, things started happening and then I was right for a lot of people and people were like kind of hounding me and oh you should do it. You should like really be a psychic and I'm like, no, no. I'm not doing that shit. I'm not listening to people's lives and I don't care about all that. Like I still think it's bullshit. Like I didn't believe in it too much. And then I would say like the past 4 years since I've been on here, like it's kind of like showing me that it is true. Especially when you got people coming in here saying, how the fuck did you know that? Or how could you talk to these people? Like how do you know my grandma was this or my mom was that? Or how did you know I had spirits talking to me? So it's a good gift to have, but it's also like something that if you don't know how to use it properly, it can ruin your life. Or you can like allow money to get in the way or your fame or your like popularity or you can let that if you let that shit get in the way, you're gonna lose your gift. And I keep explaining that's why there's hardly anybody left. Because people are using it for wrongdoings. People are doing that in the wrong way. Like I know a lot of psychics and mediums out there and card readers. When they first came out, like they were really good and they didn't really like, they weren't nobody. And then when they became popular or they became like wealthy over it, that's when they went downhill. And that's why the people don't exist anymore, or just regular people now. They're just bullshitters. They're just like they know that their gift is gone because they abused it. So what they do is they use you know, their their bad side to corrupt the stupid people that actually listen to them. So it's very difficult, especially in this department of psychic stuff and mediumship. You can't disrespect like spirit because they're way more powerful than you are. But you can get yourself to a point where I am now, where I control what happens. Like they can't get me because I'm not gonna allow them to. You have to like pretty much say, look, I know you're a spirit. You can't physically hurt me. You can't mentally hurt me. Just help me to help others, and that's all I want. I don't need you to do no demonic shit for me. I don't need you to go do some haunting shit for me. I don't need you to go get me money. I don't need you to get me clients. I don't need you to tell me nothing. Just help me help this person. That's all I want at the end of the day. And if you talk to them and you allow them to work with you in a good manner, then you'll get good results. You can still make money. You can still be popular. You can still be happy. You can still help every single person that comes in your life. But the problem is people don't know how to deal with it. Well, I mean, I don't allow people to take over my life, and I never have. I put people in their place and I show them my emotion and I show them that, hey, look, well, because you're paying me doesn't mean you run my life. I have to make that perfectly clear to a lot of people. Some people like, abused it and then I had to put them in their place. Some people still come back. Some people realize I was right. But see, to a regular person, they dwell too much on money. See, and I had to like a lot of people would tell you that don't come in here no more, but they still speak to me and they thank me for destroying their addiction with readings. I've had to tell a lot of clients I've had a lot to say, look, you got a problem. You can't come to me every day. It don't work that way. God don't want that. Spirit don't want that. And I don't want that. You should not want that. You can't live your life on readings every fucking day. You're spending way too much money. And people will look at me like, what are you talking about? No, take their money. Fucking do their readings. Fuck these people. No, 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 no. That's when you go downhill. Love you too, Barb. Take care, sweetie. I'm glad you came by. I appreciate you. Well, the thing is, when people come in here and ask the same questions over and over, they want most people. If I feel like it's an addiction, then I won't answer. But a lot of people just want confirmation with their own intuitive feeling. Like they want to know just how somebody feels or if they're doing the right thing or how things are now. Some people need to be, told that by spirit. And I know it's difficult. And some people probably will be like, oh, well, Mark, you're answering them again. Like, well, yeah, that's my choice. But I'm only answering people who don't annoy me, you know? Oh, yeah. Like I had a woman come in here. She's like a sister to me. I love her to death, and I still speak to her. When she's available. She was like my number one client. She came to me almost every single day. She had an addiction. She had to know everything. And one day I said, look, this shit's gotta stop. She's like, sorry, Mark, I didn't mean to. I said, look, you're not offending me. You're offending yourself. I don't want your money. I don't want you to come to me no more. You got to stop. Today, you have to stop for yourself. Some people would be like, no way, I'm going to keep taking their money. Fuck them. No, but see, that's not me. I don't do that shit because that's disrespectful. You're disrespecting yourself. You're disrespecting that person. You gotta tell him like I'm gotta be the big brother. I said, look, I love you, sweetheart, but you need to stop for yourself. This is an addiction. You're getting crazy. You need to stop this shit. You need to live your life. You need to work on yourself. And that person now is perfectly fine. They haven't gotten a reading from me in over a year, probably longer than that. But it was almost every fucking day. And I said, look, sweetheart, yeah, I love you to death. You're like a sister to me. And I know you have difficulties. And I know you're going through a hard time. But you gotta stop. You just need to take a serious break. Don't go to another reader either. Don't go to nobody. You just need yourself. You need spirit, you need God. You don't need me. And now she's perfectly fine. She don't even get readings no more. She told me she didn't even get readings no more. She didn't even care about it no more. And she thanks me all the time for helping her. But the average person would be like, fuck that. I'm going to milk this person as long as I can. I want all the money. And that's why I can't. That's why doing this full time will probably drive me crazy. And see, it's not any, they have an addiction. They can be addicted to my answers. See, if I'm right for you all the time, then that becomes an addiction. I become your addiction because you're like, fuck, Mark's always right when I ask him something. So that means my connection with spirit and him is great. So I'm going to keep coming to him every week, every day, every other day. And I'm going to be like, yes, Mark is going to be telling me right. And then they'll come to me, Mark, you are right. I love you. You're the best. You're the best psychic ever. And I'm like, okay, cool. I said, just remember, not to get attached, not to get addicted to this. Oh, no, no, I'm cool. I'm cool. I said, look, I think you should take a break. I said, look, I think you should take a break. Don't get no readings. Don't go nowhere. Don't go to me. Don't go to no one. Just go to yourself. Use your intuition. You're smart. You're beautiful. Like I try to make people feel like you don't need this shit because really you don't. And people will kill me if they heard me say this shit because they want me to like say, yes, you do need it. You knew you need this. I want your, nah, that's not me. I'm not that person because I used to be that addictive client. I used to go to multiple psychics and spend hundreds and thousands of dollars in my lifetime on readings that never came true and were all a fairy tale bullshit story. And now like I'm a lot more humble, I'm a lot smarter, I'm a lot wiser on how to deal with people. Yeah, the thing is like when somebody the addictive part is this part is some people like when they're in love with somebody, they want to know when that person took a shit, when that person went to lunch, when that person went to work. How does this person feel about you? How does this person think about you? How does this person view you? When are you gonna fuck them? When are you gonna kiss them? When are you gonna go on your next date? When are you going to like, it's too much. It's like that's like, come on now. Like stop. Sometimes I used to tell people, well, go ask them. Don't ask me. Go ask them how they feel about you. Why are you fucking asking me to ask spirit to ask a dumb question about how somebody feels about you? Well, if you're with them every day, if you're with that person every day, you want to know how they feel, ask them. That's what I do. If I want to know how somebody feels about me, I'm going to ask them. I'm like, hey, what do you think about me? What do you feel about me? Just let me know what you think. Don't, I don't care if you offend me or whatever. It's cool. Just let me know. You think I'm an asshole? Or you think that I'm a nice guy? Or, would you date me or whatever? I'll fucking ask you. I don't care. I'm not going to like, rejection is God's protection. And if you get the answer, you'd be like, yes, cool. I'm good. She likes me, Well, some people like that, Cindy, and some people think that, I'm being an ass. And some people think that, I'm a know-it-all, or people judge me, and I really don't care what they say. I don't really give a shit. At the end of the day, you said it right there. I'm real, and I'm as real as can be. People always say, mediumship is bullshit, psychic stuff is bullshit. No, it's not. It's not bullshit. I always thought it was, but it is. It's very real. And I'm a prime example of a real psychic that's honest and trustworthy. And I'll tell you the truth no matter what it is. Even if you don't want to hear it, I'm going to tell you. You might get mad at me and never come back. Or you might linger in the background and say, fuck, Mark's right. He's still saying the same shit. I still think he's right. I mean, I don't want to admit he's right, but yes, he's right. Yeah. Yeah, but you got spirit wants me to have it verified, yes. And yeah, there is tough love, but see, spirit connects with me because they know that I'm doing the right thing. Now, if I was a bad fucking person and I would like tell you all lies, if I got like all these good tarot cards and I was jealous that you were getting, some D and I had a crush on you or something like that, and I told you, no, it's not gonna work. This guy's a slime ball. He's fucking somebody else. Oh my God, Mark, thanks for telling me. I trust you, Yeah, I knew this guy was a sleazeball, and all the while the guy is cool as heck. And I don't see nothing wrong. Like I can be like that if I want to. But why? That's gonna get me in trouble with spirit. Spirit's gonna be like, why the fuck you lying? So now we're not gonna give you the right answers no more. We're gonna make you look like a clown in front of everybody. People are gonna come back in here and say you're wrong. Yeah. But how many times have you been in here and somebody's come in here and say, "Hey, Mark, I want my money back. You're a fraud. You're a piece of shit. You were wrong. You know, can you please look again? Because maybe you fucked up. Maybe you didn't do it right." You see what I'm saying? I don't want that either. I never want that to happen because I don't want a bad name. Your reputation is earned in years and lost in minutes. And I don't want that. I don't want people to come in here and say, you're full of shit. You're a jealous fucker. You just didn't want me to be with that guy because you like me. I ain't doing that shit. Yeah, there's a lot of fake mediums. I've exposed a lot of them, but that's why like people kind of mad. A lot of people don't come back in here after like a lot of my old crew don't come back in here because I've healed them. You know, I've healed them. I've told them, look, you don't need readings no more. You're fine. You're good. Listen to me. You don't need readings anymore. Yeah, that woman that asked for her money back was because she was suffering from cancer and she was broke. And I told her, you didn't have to send me no money. And she goes, no, I'm going to pay you. And then she paid me. And then like a month later, you want your money back because you're suffering. All you have to do is email me and say, hey, Mark, look, I should have never gave you that $5, because I'm suffering. I should have took your advice and not give you anything. And you did it for me for free. Yeah, she did it behind my back without even asking me. Now, if she emailed me and said she wanted the $5 back, I would have gave her $50. I said, look, here's 50. Here's your 5 back, and here's another 50. I want to support you. I want to help you. I feel your pain. Like I don't want you to be sad or mad, or if you're struggling, I'll give you $50. I would have done it, no problem, with no hesitancy at all. But because you did that, fuck you. You're an idiot. Like, why the fuck you do that for? Why you go to PayPal and say, yo, yeah, I want my money back from this guy? With no explanation. You just want your money back. Okay, you want it back? Take it. I don't need your $5. You think I'm gonna be rich over $5? $5 don't get you fucks no more. Yeah, I've done it before. There used to be a woman who came in here that was she took care of animals. And she did it like, for free type of thing. She just wanted people to donate to her to take care and feed the animals. And I used to give her like $20 every 2 weeks. I say, here's $20, go feed those animals. And she'll be like, oh, Mark, you don't have to, it's fine. You've done enough for me. And I'm like, no. I said, it's cool, don't worry about it, It's all good. And she still speaks to me till today. She'll come in here every night. Hey, Mark, how you doing? Blah, 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 whatever. Thanks for all the times you helped me. I appreciate you. I don't need help no more. I'm good. But I just want to say thank you. Like, that's cool. I don't mind. Like, I'm always out to help everybody. But don't take me for a fool. That's when, I'm going to get mad. It's like, I'm the type of guy, I help everybody. But don't lie to me and don't, like, try and get me to help you for no reason. When you got money and you're perfectly fine. And don't scam me, because then God's going to deal with you. Spirit's going to deal with you. And that's not going to be good for you. And that's what I told my sister today. I'm not worried about what people say. Oh, man, I was so mad, Cindy. I was on my couch watching that shit. And I was like, I can't believe they fucked up. And I'm so glad I didn't go watch it live. I was going to go away. I was supposed to go away yesterday to go watch it. I was going to go yesterday morning. I was going to fly out of here in the morning, watch the game last night, and go watch the game tomorrow. But I was like, something told me don't go. And I'm glad I didn't go. See, they lost. And I was like, well, my intuition was right again. Don't go. Hopefully we win tomorrow, but we'll see. Oh boy, I was so mad. I was like, all these mistakes are leading to this loss, and I was like, they did it to themselves. One thing about them, yeah. I mean, one thing about the Celtics, this team is like it's like that. They'll lose a game and then win the next two. Lose a game, win the next two. Lose a game and win the next two. It's like, why can't you just win 3 games in a row, 4 games in a row? What the fuck is wrong with you guys? Like, why can't you just make the right decisions? So where you keep fucking up. Like the third quarter was a disaster. And then the fourth quarter they came back within 5, and then you fucked up again. You misdribble the ball, you travel. Like you guys are professionals making $200 million, over a period of time. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? You practice every day. This is your life. Like, I'm an electrician. I've been an electrician for 25 years. I don't fuck up no electrical work because I know and I can't. So how is it you fuck up when you play basketball? You've been doing it your whole life. I don't get it. I know they're young guys and only 25 and 22 and 23, but for fuck's sake, man. Like, you're playing at home. All these people spent all this money to come see you flop. I'm like, what? And my sister said it to me this morning. She goes, aren't you glad you didn't go? You told me you had a bad feeling about going. I was like, yeah, I knew I shouldn't go. I told everybody I was going. And I was pretty much a click away from buying my ticket and getting out of here. Because I need a vacation. I haven't been away in 3 years. And I was like, I'm gonna go watch the Celtics play 2 games, Wednesday and Thursday. Then like on Sunday, when they won game 7, I was all hyped up. I'm like, I'm gonna go away. And then in the back of my mind, Spirit's like, don't go. Don't go. Don't go. You're not gonna be happy if you go. I'm like, all right. Then when we lost last night, I was like, well, that's what they meant. I would have spent all that money to go watch a loss, and I would have been fucking pissed. If I was there right now, I'd be so mad. I'd be like, I spent $1,000 for this. Yeah, Spirit was in the back of my mind the whole time on Sunday. When I was clicking through, I was looking at the hotel prices. I was looking at the basketball ticket price. I was looking at the plane ticket, and it was all outrageous prices that I don't want to pay, prices I can afford it, but I just can't justify it. And I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna fuck it. In the back of my mind, Spirit was saying, don't go, don't do it. I was like, all right. Yeah, it's $1,000 to watch that game yesterday, and it's $1,000 for an average ticket, not for a nice ticket, but for an average ticket that you need. You're in like a section where you're not gonna really be happy being around a whole pile of fucking idiots, and you're not gonna be in center court. Anywhere in the center is over $1,000. Yeah, like nosebleeds is like $600-700, and the tax on the tickets are ridiculous. So if you put your mouse over the seat you want and it says $750, you're gonna pay an extra $150 or more in taxes. So that $750 ticket is now $900. And then some of the people that are selling the tickets, they email it to you. You got to print it, and then you got to take it to the game, or you got to put it on your phone. It's like a mobile ticket, right? So say if I get a mobile ticket and I lose my phone, or my phone drops in the toilet before I go to the game and I can't use it. See, that's a stupid thing I don't like. So that's why when I get a ticket, I want that shit to be like, I would like the olden days where you have it in your hand and you show it to the person and they look at it. Okay, cool. Yeah, I don't like that system. That's bullshit. Like that's one thing I don't like about gun dealing with that. And I always like having the ticket to memory. Like I have an envelope upstairs in my room with all the tickets of all the events I've been to, and it's like super packed with tickets. I like those like souvenirs. Yeah, so I don't really trust all of that too much too. Like you're buying a ticket that's sent to your phone, and then you gotta go with your phone and go, yeah, look, here we go. I'm in. Like and say if your phone's not working or your phone's all messed up or somebody steals it. You never know. Okay, yeah. But from when I went away 3 years ago, I watched the Celtics and the Bucks, and it was like the first game. It was like the second half of the season, and they lost at home by like 2 points or something like that. And I only spent like $250 on that ticket because it was a regular season game, and it was like right up in the front. It was like a club seat, where you're like I'm right in the front of the club seat, so nobody's in front of me, and I've got like a bird's eye view, and I got a waiter coming bringing me shit. Like that's the type of shit I like when I go to a game. I like to like look at the waiter and she'd be like, "Would you like anything, sir?" I'm like, "Yeah, you can get me, a slice of pizza and a bottle of water, thanks." She comes back, gives me my stuff. I ain't gotta go nowhere. I ain't gotta get up. I ain't gotta go through the crowd. Fuck that. That's what the service that I like. And it's got a cup holder in your seat. You got a cup holder. You don't have to keep bending down, getting your drink or knocking it over with your feet or somebody coming across you, knocking it over. Like when I go to a game, I'm going from Bermuda on a plane. So like heck, am I gonna spend $1,000 on a bullshit ticket to watch a loss at that? I'm gonna wait till I can spend like $250 on a club seat and be catered to and have a nice time because I'm coming from another country. Now, last night, if I would have went and I had the ticket to buy, it was $1,000, like $980, I think the ticket was, and it was like in the large seats, so you're like off to the side where you're not center court, and it was the best seat that I can find for that price. Everything else was like $2,000, $3,000. And I'm like, hell no. No. And then the plane ticket was like $1,000. And then the hotel was like $400 a night. And I was like, I'm not spending no $4,000 or $5,000 for no like 4 days and watch 2 games and then come back. Yeah. But for me, it's annoying because like I live here and I wish that it was different. I mean, then people would say, "Oh, you live in Bermuda. Bermuda's rich. You can handle it." Yeah, I can handle it, but I can't justify it. I bust my ass for my money. If I was sitting in front of a computer pressing buttons for thousands of dollars, that'd be different. But I work for my money, like literally. You're fucking crazy. I ain't spend $1,000 on a damn ticket. Everything was like $1,000. $1,000 for the plane ticket. $1,000 for each game. So that's $3,000. Then I gotta pay $1,500 for the hotel because it's 4 nights, $400 each plus tax. And then I'm gonna spend money on like buying things. So that's $6,000 in 4 days. I ain't got $6,000 to throw away for 4 days and a loss. No way. Now, if God said to me or Spirit said, "Hey, look, Mark, go spend the money." If God said to me, "Look," But Spirit said, look, you're gonna spend about $5,000 to $6,000, but Celtics are gonna win both games and go up 2-0. I would have been on that plane yesterday and I would be in Boston right now and I wouldn't be talking to you right here. If I can guarantee that, I would have went. But that's not guaranteed, so I'm not good. And my sister said to me, Mark, you did the right thing by not going. Because I know if you were there, you would have been pissed. I'm like, you're damn right. And I said I would have been even more mad because I spent all that money. I would have cried. $1,000 down the drain. You know, it's all good. It's all money and it's all, you know, it's all good. But I can afford it, but I just can't justify it. That's all. My sister's like, you're cheap, just go. I'm like, cheap? No, it's not about being cheap. That's just like throwing away unnecessary money. If we buy those tickets, we look stupid. And those people get rich and laugh at us. Look, another dumb fucker bought a nosebleed $1,000 seat. What an idiot. I never forget, I went to the 2008 Lakers versus Celtics. I went to game 1 and game 2 of the finals, and Celtics won both games. And they went 2-up on the Lakers and won the championship that year. I tried so hard to get tickets and we got them. I paid $1,000 for 2 games. I spent $500 each game. And we were in the nosebleeds, but we had a really good seat. We were like center court, but nosebleeds. Right? But it was a good seat. We saw everything and it was a great game. Great 2 games. And they won. So it was worth the $1,000 for the 2 games. And that's the most money I've spent was the 2008 finals. I'm not going to spend no more than $500 for a damn ticket for 2.5 hours. Hell no. That $500 can pay for my internet and cable for a couple months. That's what I told my friend yesterday. I was like, with $6,000 that I'm gonna spend in 4 days in Boston will pay for my bills for the rest of this year. You crazy? That's gonna pay for a lot of bills. $6,000 can pay for a lot of bills for the rest of this year. It won't pay for all of them, but it'll pay for majority of them. Hey Jessica, how you doing, boo? You all right? Yeah, or my hat addiction. You know what I'm saying? Fuck that. I'd have to sell all my hats just to go to the game. Or just to go to the damn, on a trip. And if I did go away yesterday, and I was in Boston right now, I wouldn't really shop that much because I don't really need clothes and hats and shit. I would have got obviously a couple things. But I wouldn't be out there spending no $2,000-$3,000 on clothes and shit like that. If anything, I would have bought like a couple shirts and a couple hats just to make myself happy, and buy things for my nephews and my sister and my mom and dad. Buy somebody a gift. I would buy my family each one gift each, and then bring it back or whatever. And enjoy some good food and things like that. But it's just the prices are ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. It's too much. Everything is like, and because they know like unvaccinated people are wanting to go away, because ever since last week, it's been official that unvaccinated can travel, right? So now that they know the unvaccinated wants to travel, they jack the prices up even more. They're like, yeah, you unvaccinated fuckers, you're desperate to go away. We're going to jack these prices up because we know you've been saving your money for 3 years. We know you've been saving up to go on these trips. So up, 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 up. Let's burn these unvaccinated fuckers. Let's get them. I don't blame them, but at the same time, it's evil. Leave us alone. I'm doing good, sweetheart. I'm just here shooting this shit. But I'm going to wait because I'm going to go in July. My nephew goes to Boston for a volleyball camp. He got like a scholarship type of thing. So he got like a certificate to go to a camp, and he wants me to go with him in July for a couple of days. And I told him I'll go. So I'm just gonna wait and go with him in July. And my sister and my nephew might be coming with us, so it might be all four of us. I just gotta find somebody to watch the dog, which I'm gonna talk to my friend next week and see if she'll take care of the dog for me for a couple of days. And I don't have to. I'll be watching the Red Sox. I'll go watch a couple baseball games, do some shopping, see my nephew play volleyball and stuff, and just chill out. And I've watched a million basketball games. I've been to watch the Celtics play like over 30 times in my lifetime. So I don't need to go. It's cool. I'll go like at the end of the year, like October, I'll go when like the season starts again, and I'll get like cheap tickets. Okay, no problem. Yeah, there's always another time to go. It's cool. I'd rather go with my nephews and my sister and have fun for a couple of days. That's another thing I said to my sister. I was like, I've been to so many basketball games that I don't need to go to another one right now. I'm cool. I don't feel like spending all that money on some damn games. So yeah, there's always next time. I was actually considering going for Game 5 next week, Thursday, because the ticket prices are a lot less, the hotel is less, and the airplane ticket is less. I'll buy a lot. And I was surprised. I'm like, how the fuck is 1 week way more than the other? And that don't make no sense to me, but whatever. Okay, no problem. I'm gonna head out anyway. I've been on here for 2 hours, so I'm gonna go sleep. I'm had enough for tonight. So love you too, sweetheart. Have a good time with your brother. And I hope you, your mom, everybody's good. I'll be back tomorrow at some point in time, weekend. Hey, Lady D, how you doing, sweetie? All right? Yeah, no problem. I likewise. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate it. What's going on, Lady D? All right? You good? That's good. I gotta clean up my damn thing. All right, sweetie. Good night. Take care. Yeah, I'm gonna head out. I've been on here for like 2 hours now, so I'm gonna go get some rest, and I'll be back on tomorrow. I'll see you guys tomorrow, and on the weekend I'll be here too. I'm gonna try and be here every night for a little while. All righty, you guys enjoy your weekend. TGIF tomorrow. Have fun. And love you guys. I'll see you tomorrow.